Hi, boys and girls. It's week 4 of your animal project. You are going to share what you have learned about your animal. You've done all the notes, you've done all the research, and now it's your turn to share. So, what you're going to do is you're going to get into the assignment. I'm going to go ahead and click into the instructions. We are on step 2 and step 3 of the project. We're going to record ourselves talking about our notes, and then we're going to share a picture that we drew of our animal. And at the end, we're going to review how we did on this project. So you're going to add the response. You're going to go into your assignment. This is where you're going to put your notes and record yourselves talking about it. So I'm going to go to Photos, and I'm going to go to Upload. I have my picture saved of my notes. And you probably have a picture saved of your notes from the last assignment too. So here it is. I'm going to practice talking about my animal, and I'm going to read through my notes. So when I am ready, I'm going to record myself. I'm going to be sure to talk about my animal and say what it is, what's the animal's name. I'm going to say what type of animal it is. I'm going to say it's a mammal. I'm going to first talk about its body, and my 2 notes are that it has a hard outer armor, and it could be as small as 5 inches and as big as 5 feet. I'm going to talk about where my animal lives. It lives in North and South America in warm places, and it lives in burrows. Finally, I'm going to talk about what it eats. An armadillo eats plants and insects. Once I've practiced what I'm going to say, I'm going to go ahead and hit the microphone and talk about my notes. I can use the drawing tools to help me so that I know what I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to choose a color that's kind of bright, maybe red. There it is. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and press record and talk about my notes. I learned about an armadillo. An armadillo is a mammal. Its body has a hard outer armor, and it could be as small as 5 inches and as big as 5 feet. An armadillo's habitat is North and South America. It lives in warm areas, and it can burrow. It likes to eat plants and insects. I learned a lot about my animal. I'm going to go ahead and press done. And then I can go ahead and listen to what I said to make sure that I said everything that I needed to say. You can always stop the recording after each part to kind of think about what you learned before you go on and record the next part. But you should pretty much say something about the armadillo's body or your animal's body, habitat, and food. And that is what you're doing for the first part. Now it's time to put in the picture of the animal you drew. I used Pebble Go to help me draw my animal. You can use other pictures from the internet too. Make sure you color in your picture and you also add a background. I did mine on paper and pencil with crayons, and I took a picture of it. I'm going to make the picture really big so I can see it. There's my armadillo. So now I have my picture of my armadillo. I have my recording. Next, I'm going to work on the last part of my project, which is to review. How did I do? Last part, I'm going to do step 3 of the Super 3, which is review. I'm going to think about all the things I did for this animal project, and I'm going to ask myself 4 questions. Next to each question is a frowny face, a medium face, and a smiley face. I'm going to ask myself how I did on the whole project, from taking notes to talking about my notes to doing my drawing. My first question is, did I do what I was supposed to do? I think I did. I took notes on all 3 sections of my animal. I drew a picture. I did a recording that talked about my animal. I think I did everything. I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a little check. Then question number 2, am I proud of my work? I am proud of my work. I worked really hard on everything that I did, from reading to writing to talking about my animal and my drawing. Did I do my recording in a loud and clear voice? I did. I went back and I listened to my recording of my notes, and I know I did a really good job on talking loudly and clearly. And even though I made a couple of mistakes, that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect as long as everyone can understand what I was talking about. And then the last question is, did I try my best on my animal picture? I did. Maybe I'm not the best artist, but I know that if I just tried and did it with a pencil first, then erased any mistakes and then colored it in, I can do a good job. I used a picture from Pebble Go to draw my armadillo. I'm proud of my work. There, now you did step 3 of the Super 3, which is review. Good job.